Please join me in welcoming legendary singer-songwriter, Grammy Award winner, Oscar nominee, and recipient of so many other incredible awards. Please welcome Neil Young. Welcome, Neil. Neil, you have always been a commentator on the change that is happening in society. You have written songs about it. You have been, in many cases, the soundtrack of our lives. You know, when you see these kinds of images, when you see this kind of change that's going on in the world, how do you see this? What is your perspective? What should we be learning from it?
We are in the middle of something that is so big, that is changing so fast, that we really can't comprehend it. Only 6 months ago, when I was at Salesforce or Cloudforce in San Francisco, you were speaking about CEOs at companies who are going to be overthrown because of what they've done or whatever by the people who work for the companies, and how things like that could happen, and where it could never happen before, and it was beginning to happen. And we were having the Arab Spring at that time, and Occupy Wall Street and the Occupy movement hadn't even started yet. And I remember we talked afterwards about that, what you'd said, and that there was something about it that scared me a little bit, and that I felt how much strength there was in it. So when, looking back on the 1970s, when the Kent State incident happened and the unrest in the youth of the country and the colleges was magnified by this one event, at that time we didn't have we didn't have the social technology that we have now. We just had music and radio. But radio was different, and radio was able to play music that had a message. So that's what we did. But now that doesn't happen anymore. Radio is no longer as meaningful as it was, and it's also not as free as it used to be, because it has other controls on its programming. So now we have this social structure in the technology that allows everyone to communicate. And the word leaderless that you used is a key word, because there are no leaders. These are all the people talking together, and someone says something that resonates about something that's bigger than a product, something that's bigger than business, something that is more about our lives and ourselves as people and our cultures and the differences among us. These things they bind us together in a way that we've never been able to recognize. So now we have a chance with this new technology and the way we're learning how to use it. We have a chance to make a huge difference, and we have a chance to make huge mistakes, and we have a chance to make huge progressions into the future of how our world civilization is going to look and how we're going to affect our children. So it's an amazing time to be around, and the technology that we were talking about just a few years ago has morphed into something much bigger than we ever could really envision. Maybe some of us envisioned it, but now there's so many things that we could do, Mark, that we can change things. I have my own things I want to change, and I like music. I love the way it sounds, and I think around the world that it doesn't sound as good as it used to, because we can't feel it like we used to. When you listen to it, you don't feel it in your body, because the technology has changed, and it's not as good as it was. But that's a universal thing throughout the whole world. So it's subjects like that this technology will enable us to communicate about and to enable change in. So that's how I feel about what you asked.
Well, we're delighted to have you here at Cloudforce Japan, Neil. We had an amazing day yesterday traveling with you in Kyoto. I know you have a great love of this country, and can you give any reflection on Japanese society and the critical value that it holds in the world for all of us?
I certainly do have something to say about that. First of all, I want to thank the Japanese people for being themselves, for being such a gracious people, and for helping one another, and for expressing and showing an incredible strength and an incredible unity that the world could learn from in a time of incredible problems and unbelievable duress on everyone. The Japanese people stood together and helped one another. There was no looting here. There was no people turning on other people. That didn't happen. As you walk around a city in Japan, you're struck by how quiet things are, how orderly the traffic is. People are not blowing their horns at each other. There's not a lot of arguing. People are moving at a peaceful rate of speed, and they're paying attention to each other and thanking one another for the things that they've been able to do to help one another. So this is in the Japanese culture, and I hope it's something that with our new technology that we have, that the whole world can learn from Japan.
Well, Neil, thank you for that wonderful commentary, your love of Japan and the Japanese people and society, and your views on the social revolution and the importance that it plays in today's role. Thanks. Please welcome.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Neil Young.